Hello and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are talking about Theta. So we're starting off here on the 45-minute time frame. And as you guys can see, we have an upward facing channel here that we've been following for quite some time. Now this channel has tested the bottom point of the channel many times and the top point of the channel many times as well. You can see we have a strong reaction off of these lows every time we touch the bottom of the channel, and we have a tendency to have a sell-off every time we touch the top of the channel. So what I think could happen here with Theta is a rejection off of the top of the channel. Although I will say if we break up through this channel, that would signify a lot of bullish movement in this market, and we would likely see a lot more upside from here. So definitely keep your eyes on this channel on the 45-minute time frame, and make sure to keep an eye on this upper point of the channel to see if we can get a clear breakout. If we do get a clear breakout, like I said, that would be very bullish here in the short term for Theta, and we would very likely see another push up towards local resistance and even up towards $1.11. So keep your eyes on this channel. Now, if we go to the higher time frame here with Theta, like the daily candlesticks, we still see a falling wedge pattern like we talked about in one of my previous videos. So as you guys can see, we have our falling wedge here, and we broke bullish out of this falling wedge recently, which is very, very good. So if we continue to push up here and we do break through the resistance of that channel, then we will very likely see a lot more upside here on the daily candlesticks with Theta. That upside could easily take us up towards $1.53. So keep your eyes on that area. And I do think we will get up there, especially once we break bullish out of that channel. We could pull back one more time on the 45-minute time frame, or we could just break out. But either way, ultimately, I do see us heading up towards the resistance up here at around $1.54 and our other resistance level at around $1.11. So those are the areas of resistance that I'd be looking at here in the short term with Theta. So yeah, watch for a breakout of this falling wedge. Watch for us to push up towards $1.50. If we can continue to break out on the smaller time frames like the 45-minute, then I do think we will head right up towards $1.11 and then $1.50. Now, if we can get to $1.50, that would signify the beginning of a bigger reversal here in the shorter time frames, which could look something like this, where we really start to paint some new bullish Elliott wave structure here, since we have seen a bearish correction from this peak at around $3.33. As you can see, we pulled back all the way back down to 79 cents in that ABC correction. So we could see the beginning of a bullish Elliott wave impulse, which would look something like this. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. So that could take us for a complete reversal here, back up towards $3.25. And this would be very, very bullish in the near future for Theta. So keep your eyes on something like this in the short term. I do think this will happen. It's only a matter of time for this to take place. So again, keep your eyes on the 45-minute time frame. Watch for a bullish breakout of that channel, and watch for a breakout through our resistance level of $1.11 and $1.50. If we can get above those areas of resistance, we will see a lot more upside here in the short term for Theta. So this is our first resistance area right here, and this is our second resistance area right here. So watch for a break above these levels. Again, that's $1.11 and $1.50 here in the short term for Theta. Now, I think it would look like this. If we do break above those resistance levels, we will reverse very quickly, like I had drawn with the 5-wave impulse, and it will lead to a big kind of U-shape recovery here on Theta. It could also be even more of a V-shaped structure. If it breaks out really quickly, it could look a little bit more like a V-shape. But either way, I'm bullish. We're super oversold. You can see bullish histogram divergence right now. The whole markets are extremely oversold. Just recently, like a week ago or so, we were in the extreme fear area on the fear and greed index. So if you guys don't know about the fear and greed index, super important to be looking at this when you're doing analysis on crypto. And just like a couple weeks ago, we were on extreme fear with the fear and greed index, which we haven't been that low. People weren't that scared since the bottom on Bitcoin when Bitcoin was worth 16,000 per coin in 2022. So that means we were very, very, very oversold down here at these levels. So I do think we will continue to get a reversal off of these lows. And because of how oversold we are, how many people are panic selling their crypto, I think it will be a very strong and very quick recovery in the short term. Now let's talk a little bit about the bigger picture here with Theta. So we're going to go out to the 10-day candlesticks and take a look at this bigger time frame. So in the bigger picture, you can see a full retracement from our peak. We're down over 90% from the peak, which is very common for altcoins to do this. We have a 96% drawdown from our peak, which is super, super big. The other thing that you can see here with the MACD is bullish histogram divergence. So we have a lower low in price and we have a higher low on the MACD, which is super bullish here on the 10-day candlesticks. So not only are we extremely undervalued from our previous old all-time high, but we also see bullish divergence. You can also see that every time that Theta pumps, we do have an increase in volume, which is super bullish in the big picture to see that happening. That shows us that we'll very likely see more upside here as a result of that increasing volume and price. And again, the bullish histogram divergence on the MACD. So I think we will see a strong reversal here in the bigger picture, which goes in alignment with what I was talking about in the smaller time frames, where we do see a lot of bullishness in the chart. And we do have a lot of reasons to be picking this up, both in the short term and in the big picture, in preparation for more bullishness coming on Theta. So don't lose hope. Keep your eyes focused on the prize. There's a lot of money to be made in this market. All you guys got to do is keep buying the dip, keep accumulating when it's dirt cheap like it is right now, and keep planning for a big reversal in this market. Big things are coming for crypto. The only question you have to ask yourself is whether you're going to be along for the ride or not. The fact of the matter is, big things are coming for the crypto markets. All of the charts are showing it. Every single technical reason that you could have to be bullish in this market is there. So just trust that. Just focus on this big picture analysis. A lot of people get stuck in the smaller time frames and so focused on what's going to happen in the short term that they end up selling their coins right before a big reversal happens in the market. So what I believe will happen here with Theta is a full-blown bull market. We're worth 97 cents right now. A full-blown bull market means we could reach a new all-time high. And when we do, who knows how high it's going to go after that? Just to the previous all-time high is $16, which is basically 16 times your money from current price. So you can imagine just how profitable it will be for this market as we break out into a bull market and really pick up momentum here for Theta. And also you can see how perfect the ABC correction played out on Bitcoin back here in its previous cycle, and how perfectly this ABC correction looks on Theta today. These are both textbook ABC corrections and very, very prime examples of what you want to look for in the big picture when you're looking for these market cycles in preparation for the reversal that comes as a result of these market cycles. So yeah, whenever you see a big ABC correction like this in the big picture with a lot of volume, with a lot of interest, definitely pay attention. That is what we see here with Theta, and I do believe we will see a full recovery and a bull market based on this ABC correction, based on the volume and a lot of other factors that makes me personally bullish on Theta. So yeah, get ready for big things. You guys are going to make a lot of money this bull market. Again, it's super simple. Just keep accumulating, keep focusing on the big picture. Don't worry about the news. Don't worry about what people are telling you to do. Just focus on the charts. They're going to tell you everything that you need to know to make the most money in this market. And when it comes to Theta, all you got to do is keep accumulating. The big picture is set up for massive gains. Just don't get caught up in everybody else's opinions and don't get caught up in the natural fear that people feel in these markets. Just focus on the big picture and you're going to be financially rewarded for it. Now, with that being said, there will be corrections along the way up. So don't be surprised if Theta breaks out and then does see another crash, but then continues to go higher. There's going to be pullbacks along the way up. That's exactly what we just recently saw. The first correction in our bull market, just like what Bitcoin did right here. After Bitcoin broke out of its accumulation pattern, it had to have a pullback. It's natural for markets to have these pullbacks to allow it to build momentum before it can go higher. So yeah, you guys, big things are coming for Theta. Stay focused on the big picture. Ignore the FUD, ignore all of the news, and just focus on the big picture. That is the easiest way to make money in these markets. Anybody can do it. It doesn't take a genius. All you got to do is buy people's fear. And fact of the matter is, we are in a state of extreme fear. The fear and greed index hadn't been this low since 2022 when Bitcoin was worth $16,000 before it went all the way up to 100K. So we're super oversold here in the big picture. And I personally believe we will see a big reversal and a lot of bullishness as a result of how undervalued this market is and as a result of how many big institutions are just picking up this market at dirt cheap prices because they know it's going to go nuts. So there's volume, we're oversold, and yet the general public is too afraid to invest because they're worried about all the wrong things. So just ignore all of that, focus on the charts. You guys can make a lot of money in these markets. Keep it simple and keep accumulating. So yeah, that's my update on Theta. Thank you guys for tuning in. I love you, I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. And as always, stay profitable out there.